Hi y'all, welcome to our channel. Today what we're going to do, or what I am doing right now, is I'm fixing to make some homemade potato soup. What was in the pan already was just some rendered pork fat. You can use whatever kind of grease you want. Right here I'm adding onions. This is 2 large onions. Omit the onions. Fine. You do you. Whatever tastes good to you, whatever you like. So that was 2 large onions. We love garlic around here, so I have looks maybe like 8 or 10 cloves of garlic going in. They're whole. That's perfectly okay because I'm gonna blend this up, so that's not gonna be a problem. Here we have a whole celery stalk. This is about 1 pound, I believe. Just chopped up roughly, it doesn't really matter. And then I have 1 pound of baby carrots. You can just use regular carrots and cut them up. Okay, and the temperature I have this on is just medium high. So we've got all this in here. We're going to go ahead and add about 3/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. And then I've got 1.5 teaspoons of salt. You could add less salt, more salt to your taste. Same thing for the pepper. I went with 3/4 of a teaspoon this time, but sometimes I add 1 teaspoon or even 1.5 teaspoons. It just depends what I feel like eating that day, what kind of a mood I'm in. So we're going to go ahead and let this cook for about 5 minutes, and we will be back. Alright guys, so it's been about, it's probably been about 6 minutes or so. So now we're just going to go ahead and put flour. This is going to be my thickening agent, and I've got 3/4 of a cup of flour in here. Go ahead and get this a good mix and get it all mixed in there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and let it just kind of cook for like a minute or so. And just want to let you know that what I'm using is a large 7.5 quart enameled cast iron, just to give you an idea of how much it'll hold and kind of like what you need if you're doing these amounts, and you'll see how full it is when we get a little further down the road. I'm not an affiliate with anyone, not at this point anyway, so I just kind of want to throw that out there. It's just what I use. I like it. It works wonderful. I like to cook big, as you can see, so it works great for us. Alright, so I think it's probably been about a minute or so. If not, this is kind of like what it looks like. You can see where it's thickened up some. And so now I'm going to go ahead and add turkey broth. You can use any kind of broth that you'd like. I'm using turkey broth. This is canned here at home. And this is 1 quart, which is 4 cups. So I'm adding 1 quart of this. Oh, that smells wonderful. You were here and I had smell-o-vision. And that was canned actually. This November will be 2 years. So it was canned November of 2021. And it smells fresh, like I was just making it on the stove. Alright, so we have the quart of the turkey broth. You can use, like I said, you can use turkey broth, chicken broth, vegetable broth, whatever kind of broth you want. This is 1 cup of buttermilk, and it is frozen. That's how I preserve it, because I'm not, when I buy it, I'm not going to use it all at once, and for it to not go bad, I go ahead and I do it in 1/3 cups. I freeze them like that, and then I get them out as I need them, and I use them, and I don't have to worry about any waste. So that was 1 cup of the buttermilk. I like to put that in there. You can actually just use 6 cups of milk, but I like to put a cup of buttermilk in there and then 5 cups of milk. And that's what's going in now. It's 5 cups of milk. So that's a total of 6 cups. And if you see our potatoes, no, you know, not very small, because like I said, I'm gonna blend them up. But I have them sitting in ice water so that they do not brown. If I had them sitting just waiting to be put into this, they would be looking pretty brown and not very appealing. But putting them in this ice bath works out great, keeps their color. So I'm gonna step away from here right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and get them out of this water so I can put them into the pot. Be right back. All right, y'all, I am back. And so I went ahead and drained the potatoes. And what we have here is 5 pounds of potatoes. Going in, then we're gonna mix this up, and we are going to bring it to a boil. And as you can see, we don't have very much room, do we? It's pretty close to the top. So we're gonna go ahead, get this to a boil. And I will see you back in just a little bit. All right, y'all, as you can see, it's boiling. It's been about 20 minutes. And we're gonna just stir this up a little bit. This is just the way it works out for me, and it's just a guide for you. But we're at 20 minutes, and that's where we are with the potatoes. That's where we are with the carrots. So not as soft as we would like, but that's okay because we're gonna blend it. But what we're gonna do right now is we got it good and mixed up. Make sure nothing's sticking on the bottom. And as you can see, when I left you before, it was quite watery, quite runny. It's a little thicker now, and it'll continue to thicken as it cooks. But what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and lower the heat. Low, you want it to simmer, whatever that is for you. And I'm gonna go ahead and cover it. And I'm gonna let this go for about 15 or 20 minutes, and I'm gonna come back and check it. And it should be good to go, and then we should be able to blend it. But I'll see you in about 15 or 20. All right, guys, it has been 20 minutes, and we are coming back. And this is what it looks like now. I'm gonna go ahead and stir this up. Oh, it smells great. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and poke this. Look at that. So that's good. That's good. So now I'm gonna get the immersion blender, and we are going to blend this up. And when I blend it up, I like leaving little chunks in there, so I don't always get it real smooth, but you can get it smooth if that's what you want. You can leave chunks if that's what you want. If you want it like this, you don't have to blend it. This is perfectly okay if that's the way you want to do it. So we're gonna go ahead and go in here. And I want to make sure I get to the bottom so I don't have any air bubbles that are going to pop up and burn me, because that hurts. All right, so I'm going to put it on low just to start out with. And then I'm just going to kind of go around. And then I'll get a little bit higher. You get the idea. We're going to do this till it's blended to our taste however we want it. I'm not going to keep you along here and just listen to this noise, so I will be back when I get it to how I want it. Alright guys, I am back. So I blended this for several minutes, and you see how nice and thick it has gotten. just wanted to let you know. So that is the celery leaf. So when I use the whole celery, I don't throw away my celery leaves. I mean, you can compost them, you can do a number of things with them, but they're also edible, and they're quite nutritious, and they're very tasty. So I just go ahead and I just use them in my recipes. I dehydrate them as well. So just wanted to point that out. Now, if you look, our potato soup is not the common potato soup that you normally see that is all nice and white, and that is because of the celery and because of the carrots. If you wanted your potato soup to be all white, you would just go ahead and leave those ingredients out. So like I said, you do what you want. Obviously, at that point, it would not be this potato soup, but that's okay. So this is what we have right now. And you see how nice it thickened up. That looks good. Put it in a bowl. Smells pretty good. So there we go. The cheese is nice and melted into that. And give this a taste. It's pretty hot. Oh, so good. So good. Guys, remember though, make it your own. You put whatever spices you want in there, whatever it is that you like. Leave some of these out, add some more in, whatever you want to do, you do what flavors you like, and I hope you enjoy, and I thank you for spending your time with me making this wonderful potato soup. I hope you have a great day, a blessed day. Till next time.